Community Power Cornwall is all about local ownership for renewable technologies, supporting communities, developing renewable energy projects, looking at targeting energy efficiency and ultimately trying to provide a sustainable energy supply to local communities. So literally a couple of weeks ago now, we've got our first two 50 kilowatt turbines up at Gorran. They're really the start of the whole process now. It's been a huge amount of work to get the first two turbines in. We now have them up, we now have them generating revenue, saving carbon, which actually puts all the money in place to further development. Really we're in a position now where we need more people to join us, more members and more communities, so we can really push things on across the county.
Community Power Cornwall were fantastic. Obviously we couldn't have raised £500,000 in the village, so the kind of funding package that they came up with allowed this to happen, and they've really led the project all the way through in terms of the financing. We have had a share issue, so local people and people all over Cornwall have been able to buy shares, but it's been a lot more complicated than that, and the negotiating with the banks and so on has all been done by Community Power Cornwall.
The way we operate is very much about being led by the community. So rather than being a commercial developer that parachutes in and finds sites to exploit, rather the way we operate is our sites are found by the local community and they are involved in choosing the technologies we use. So it's very much about operating at community scale.
Since we've put the turbines up, there have been lots of conversations in the village, in the pub, on the beach, wherever, about people's views on climate change or just on energy and the best ways of producing energy. But it's going to benefit us in quite a direct way because we'll get some of the money back from the electricity that's being sold to the grid, and we'll be able to have a low carbon fund and get on with more projects like solar panels or insulating public buildings.
We really clearly wanted this to be not just community owned but also community led. So people in the local energy group, which is a subgroup of their transition group, they helped us find that site. They introduced us to the landlord. They looked at photographs of the different technologies available and came to choose that machine in that place. So we hope our work is going to benefit the community in a number of ways. One is we want to reduce carbon emissions. We also want to help enable more community ownership of renewables. We want to trap money in Cornwall. We want to increase awareness around climate and energy, and we also want to support those people building on a sense of community. Community Power Cornwall, obviously his mission is to enable community ownership of renewables, and part of how we're doing this is supporting 2 other independent organisations. One of them is called the Low Carbon Fund, and we will be giving a proportion of our revenue to the Low Carbon Fund, which will then be controlled by people that live near our installations. They can spend that money as they choose, so long as it's on carbon reduction measures. Also, we are supporting the Low Carbon Society, which is operating a revolving fund. The purpose of the Low Carbon Society is to make small loans to new energy co-ops that will enable them to leverage more money into their projects.
We're looking for communities that may want to host technologies, that may want to develop their own sustainable energy projects. We're also looking for investors, but similarly we want people that are interested in what we're doing. There's lots of people with skills, with knowledge out there that would like to join us and actually really try and ensure the project is about the whole community. We engage people, we look at their skills, we get them involved in development. Ideally they can look at investment. The more the better, the more communities we have, the bigger it can be and the better we can make everything. So if people are interested in developing their own projects, get in touch with us, let us know what you're thinking of, what you'd like to do. We can offer some support, some advice, we can offer models to you, or indeed we can come and work with you in your community. So really want to offer that whole range of options to make sure we can engage as many communities as possible.